My name is Leah Balkran, and although I would love to say that Angela and I are best friends, we are not. We have never even had a class together. So, from the time I found out that I was her introducer, I stopped Angela in the hallway every single day to ask her questions about herself. In the past few weeks, I've learned that the A in Angela literally stands for amazing. She's a rock climber, a Sudoku player, and a total science nerd. I mean, who willingly takes both AP Chem and AP Bio? And you probably didn't know this, but Angela can deadlift more than 2 times my weight. I saw her do it once. Since then, I vowed to never make her angry. The point of those hallway interactions wasn't to find out these little facts about Angela, although those did come in handy. I did it so that I could really figure out what kind of a person Angela is. I now know that she is kind, genuine, honest, a total go-getter, and that her smile makes me smile. I hope you get to see it today. Introducing the Angela Elizabeth Roberts.
How many beautiful, small miracles go unnoticed in your day? One thing I have started doing to add more joy to my life is smiling at all the little things that make me happy. Most of us already smile daily, whether for a picture, upon passing someone in the hall, or at a friend's joke. While these are all lovely, the kind of smile I am talking about is not necessarily the one you use for pictures, nor the slight smirk when something is kind of funny. The smile I am trying to describe is your genuine smile. The one you break out when you aren't giving any thought to how you look. The smile I use on my morning drive when I pass the little old lady beaming as she bikes, or the small St. Mary's girl biking to school, her dad struggling to keep up behind her, pushing a stroller with a smaller St. Mary's girl, an even smaller dog in it, both of them leaning forward into the wind. Even when I'm admittedly still waking up with not enough sleep and anxious about the day to come, I'm able to find small pockets of joy and peace in my morning. There's even science to back this up. Chemically, smiling prompts neuropeptides that facilitate the release of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. This can result in a reduced stress level, lower heart rate, and even pain relief. You can literally trick your brain into making you feel better. I find this little habit I'm forming to be especially helpful because I'm a more quiet and reserved person. Because it's just a smile, it's something you can do to show and spread joy without having to say anything at all. Like laughter, smiles are contagious. On my morning drive, what made me smile at the little old lady biking was not anything related to her actions, but the joy that she outwardly felt and portrayed. At first, when I caught myself delighted at a leaf that looks like a heart, or a dog walker and their dog sporting matching raincoats, I would have to remind myself to smile. Now it has become an unconscious, automatic reaction, and one that fills me with a bright, comforting feeling. I do it even when I'm sad or upset. For a brief moment, I forget about whatever is weighing on me, whatever embarrassing moment I'm replaying in my head or future I'm terrified of, and focus on the person in the car in front of me, dancing their heart out, or the chipmunk with its teeth full of acorns. I'm reminded that even when life feels overwhelming and out of your control, you can still guide what you make of it. You do not have control over what others think about you, or mistakes you might have made, or what college you will get into, or what the weather will be like tomorrow. But you do have control over your own actions, your own thoughts, your own breath, your own smile. You do not control your surroundings, you do control your reaction. I remember driving home one night from a rock climbing practice in which I just did not climb very well, and was starting to become consumed by thoughts about all of my weaknesses, and worried that I simply don't try hard enough, and anxious that my teammates constantly outperform me. As I approached my home on Mud Island, the Bass Pro Pyramid came into view, and on that night it was bright orange, lit up like a huge Dorito, complete with the logo. I impulsively broke out into a smile at the ridiculousness of it. Seeing the Dorito pyramid and smiling at it did not change my subpar performance at climbing practice, but it did take me out of that negative headspace for a moment and helped me to see it as one small practice in the whole season. I think I'm someone who can easily get overwhelmed by life, by the everyday troubles and devastating tragedies we experience, by the global crises happening constantly. I'm especially terrified by climate change. To me, it just feels so immense and widespread. It has so many causes and even more impacts and seems too big to handle. But for me, part of coping with these fears is staying present and grounding myself, finding solace in a cat's gentle but insistent headbutt or a really good freshly baked chocolate chip cookie. These moments bring a little more brightness to my day. By no means do they solve all my problems or make me immediately and permanently happy, but they do help me not to take my everyday life for granted, to appreciate all the pieces of beauty and good in our world. Thank you.